Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to work on the Roxy Creations challenge for let's see what what week is this? Let me look real quick. Week 45. And I'm going to say this week I am inspired by the video that Rachel made, but I'm not going to do exactly what she did. She made 9 different pockets to put in journals, and oops, I knocked my scissors into the trash. I am not going to do that because I tend to like my pockets. I tend to like to make my pockets, excuse me, as I'm making my journals. So I didn't want to do kind of a mass make of journal pockets, but she had some excellent ideas, as she always does. So I strongly suggest that you go over and watch Rachel's videos, Roxy Creations on YouTube, and see what all she put together. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to start with some paper bags, and I'm going to make some stuffed pockets. So I have some little bags that I've gotten apples in from Whole Foods, and wine bags from our friends over at Spin the Bottle. And those are the 2 I'm going to start with. You can use any sort of bags, but I think I may be a little bit ambitious. I've been a little ambitious when I grabbed up all these bags and brought them up to work on. So let's start. I'm going to start with the one that's a little bit more complicated. Not really complicated at all. This is a wine bag, so it's a little bit shorter than a bread bag, but you could also use a bread bag if that's what you have. So I just decided what I wanted to use, what I wanted my bottom pocket to look like. So I folded the bottom up, and then I took my bag and kind of folded it over this direction so I would get an idea for where I wanted the other pocket to come up to. And so then this is the back, and you can use this as a back tuck too if you want. I'm not going to do that, not in the video today anyway. I may do that when I send these out as happy mail. And so these are your pockets. This one's quite deep. I also decided the top needed a little bit reinforcing, so I trimmed the gusset and then folded the front over and the back over to just give that a little bit more strength. So that's kind of gets us to this point. And then I took some plain cardstock because I'm trying to use up some of my cardstock, and it's stuff that's been in my stash for ages. So I just cut some pieces of cardstock, not exactly the same size as the pieces, just enough so that because we will glue the pocket shut. So you don't have to have it the full length. You can if you'd like. And then I got some other pieces of cardstock, but I wanted to add one more layer of decoration. So for this cardstock, I took a measurement of my bag and I reduced it by about, what did I reduce it by? I want to say a 1/2 inch. Yeah, because the bag is 4.5-ish. So I did 4 1/4 for each of these, and then I just measured the pockets. And I wanted the brown paper bag to show, so I wanted the edge on there. So let's see. I've got this one, so I'm going to put this one up here. So what I will do then is I will, this is 4 1/4, so I will cut this 4 inches wide. Let's see, as soon as I find my paper cutter. There's the big paper cutter. Oh, there's a little paper cutter. Hiding in plain sight, of course. You can also round the corners on this if you want to. My corner rounder is downstairs, I think. So let's see, did I do that right? Yeah, I think so. I'm telling you, this is a little too much math for me today. Okay, oh, that'll work. So then I have, a little edge of the brown paper, the edge of the pink, and then the striped paper there. So that's that one. Let's see, do I want this one. And I think I want that one in the middle, so I will do the same with that one. Cut it to 4 inches. Now, when I did this bag and I glued my cardstock on, I used all wet glue at first, and I don't think that's the way to go. It was kind of curly-burly, so I didn't like that so much. So let's see. So now this one is 2.5, so I'll do this one to 2 1/4. And this is just to kind of dress the pockets up a little bit. You can just use one layer if you want to. I did think about doing book page too, because you know how I love book page. But I also wanted to use up some of this paper that I had in my stash. So I'm going to use my glue stick first, and then I'm going to do like Rachel does and use my Tombow glue just to go around the edges, because the Tombow glue was just a little bit too wet. And I've got 2 pieces of cardstock here and then 1 piece of just like scrapbook paper, which is much thinner, so the wet glue would have been really too much for that particular piece. So let's open up the Tombow. Let's make sure I get my edges. Okay. I've got glue all over my fingers. Yes, I think I probably should have had a baby wipe handy to do this. This is easier. Yes, just open it up and then line up the top and the sides. And you know me, it's always straight-ish, especially when I'm doing the video, because the angle is not ideal. Let's see. There's a little too much glue on that side. Oh, there's one of the cat hairs. Okay. Do this. Wipe down those edges. And I'll burnish this in here. Okay. So there's that one. More glue has splooged out. All right, let's do that. The top. Okay. And then we have this one. What do I want? That at the top. So we'll do the same thing here. Fold this over and add glue to the back. Well, I hope everyone's having a good day today. My day's fine. Had to go to the doctor this morning and get my blood drawn, so that's over. So that's a yay moment when that's done. I don't have to think about it anymore. Gosh. Let's see, what else have I been doing? I did put some packs together, or a pack together for my Etsy shop that is my rust-dyed and tea-stained papers. So I'm going to do a video and do an Etsy update on that after a little bit, but I wanted to get this done first. Gosh, even when I'm careful, I still get a little too much glue on there, but it's okay. That purple school glue will dry clear. And so I've got those two. And now we have this piece here. And this one's cardstock as well. So it probably might have been okay with just the Tombow, but I just don't use my scrapbook papers as much as I used to, and I need to go through and gather up a stack or 10 stacks and take them over to the Art Resource Center and donate them, because I think that probably, especially this time of year, teachers will be game to use this kind of stuff for projects before this term ends. So there we go. So there's the 3 sections decorated with just 2 layers of paper. And you can add more things to this, and I will in a minute. I'm going to set this aside to dry. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put it under my mat. Hopefully keep it nice and flat. And then let's look at the other one. Now this one is just a little bag that they've started having at Whole Foods, and I just love this little handle that's on it. So I think that's kind of a fun little thing. I think this would also kind of make a really cute folded over journal with this as the closure. But anyway, I get distracted. As my friend Gail would say, squirrel. Yes, easily distracted. Okay, so on this one, I just have the pocket for the bottom of the bag, and then of course the pocket in here that's the actual bag. But I think I want to add another pocket on this larger part here. So let's see, how do I want to do that? This one, yes, I cut this one a little bit wider so that I could fold it over, because I want it to have a little bit of a gusset on it. So do I want that at the top, and then this in the front? Nope. And put this one back here, because I think it's pretty. Okay. And I did basically the same thing when I chose these papers. I just made them slightly narrower than the bag, which is 6 inches. And so I've cut this paper 5.5 inches. And let's see, how far down do I want it to go? I'm going to go ahead and do 4 on that one, just so it's nice and smooth for the one that's going to go over the top of it. So I'll cut this one 4. And I also want the stripe at the bottom. Let's see. How big is this? This piece is 3.5. So I'll make that one 3.25. And once again, this is just, just decoration. And then for this one, let's see. Make it like yay big. Oh, I think I'll make that pocket about 2 inches. So let's go ahead and make this about, I'm going to do it about 2.5. Yeah. And then for this one, I'm going to get out my scoreboard. Yay, I remembered what it was called this time. Last time I used this thing, I could not remember for the life of me what I usually call it. Okay. So we made these. Oh, the memory. Memory is just a memory like a sieve, like Rach always says. Okay, so these are 5.5. So let me do. I'm gonna do like a half here. Go ahead and fold that in. Put this here, and I want it to be. Oh, did I make it a little too wide? It's a little too much. That's okay. That's okay. This will still work. Much smaller. You know what? Nope, it's not gonna work. Let's cut that piece of paper again. What did I do? 2.5. So yes, let's cut a new piece and start over. Because I want there to be a little bit more of a gusset than that. It doesn't have to be huge, but that's pretty tough to work with something that small. So this time I will actually have to do math. Yikes. Okay. So I do want... Do I want to... No. I'm just gonna glue the bottom down. Yeah, that's fine. I was debating putting a gusset at the bottom, but that's too much. Okay, so what do I have? Like 6 1/8. So half was too much. So I'll do 1/8 less than half, which would be what, 3/8. Fold this over, and I know I want it to end at 5 1/2, so that's better. Not perfect, but that's better. At least I can kind of hold on to those. Okay, so oops. Let's put the scoreboard back where it goes and not on the floor because I won't remember where I put it. So what did I decide I was doing? Yes, this one, and this one on top of this one, and then this one down here. Okay, get my extra pieces of paper out of the way so I don't get confused. And I will do glue stick and then the Tombow glue on this one too to decorate the top panel. So I had my husband home for 4 days this weekend. He had 4 days off, and you know, I had a long list of things that I was going to accomplish. And I sat down and looked at my list last night, and I was so sad. I didn't get hardly anything that was on my list done. So anyway, I always say when he's here, I don't get anything done. So that is not an exaggeration, I have to say. So now this one, I'm gonna lift that up. Let me, there we go. That'll work better. And kind of line this up. Oh, too far. There we go. Not perfect, but ish. That'll work. That'll work there. With off the extra Tombow glue, because once again, I got a little carried away. Yeah, that works. And then this one, I will line that up on there. Yeah, that'll work nicely. Okay, so I'm going to put a little Tombow glue on this edge, a little Tombow glue on this folded edge, and then, ooh, I squished too much out. A thin line, preferably, of the Tombow glue there. Let me wipe a bit of that away because I don't want it to glue the whole darn pocket shut. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Yes. Alrighty, so let's pick this up by this edge so I don't get all gluey. And then fold these in. Tuck this under that fold and then line it up like that. There you go. Lined up-ish. Well, the Tombow does let you slide a little bit, so let's see if I can. There we go. Let me burnish this down. There we go. And now we will decorate this pocket. Which way? Which way? Which way? Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions. I don't know why. I think that's the way it should go. No, I like the stripes. Okay. So I will glue stick on the back of this one again. And you can stuff these bags with anything that you like, that you want to give, as a gift. Happy mail. I think this would be a really fun happy mail for someone to receive. You could do die cuts. You could do stamps. Rubber stamps that you have, you could stamp them and cut them out, send them. Playing cards. Oh gosh, what else? Any sort of ephemera stuff you have. Or if you wanted to do a whole match set, you could choose your papers, and then you could make bookmarks and hidden paper clips and other sorts of, whale tail tabs or other tabs, and include those when you send them off. Okay, well, there's that. So let's see. Oh, that's right. I put it under here. So here's the two that we've got the basics done on. This one I'm going to grab real quick and go ahead and glue the pockets together on this. And then I think maybe, I can't remember how much time I've spent with you. I think maybe that will be all we'll get done for today. But they are basically decorated, so you could send them just like this. They really don't have to have anything extra on them. I just think it'd be kind of fun to add a few little bits, stickers or die cuts or things that you fussy cut out. Oh goodness. Okay, so we have those glued down. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave the option open in case I want to use this as a tuck spot. And I'm just going to put the glue on each side and fold it over. And then I probably will put something on the back too when I send it as a happy mail, place to write a note. Because this was obviously a bag that was used and got all scrunched up. So there you go. So let's see, what do I have to, oh, there we go. This will work. Let me grab a guest check that does not want to come off the pad now. Tore the top, but that's all right. So yeah, you could put something in here, something in here. You could also tuck something in here, and then, write a little note or something on the back there. Oh, I forgot the biggest pocket of all at the top. And I glued the back of it shut, but the front is wide and goes down a few inches. So, you could even put a little tiny journal in there if you wanted to. So there's that one. And then on this one, it's very simple, because I'm just going to run a little bit of glue here. This one would be great to put a little small journal in, and then if your friends do collage, then you could put little bits in the pockets. Just these two pockets for collage stuff, and then they could decorate the journal that you send them with the stuff you send, or with the stuff you put in the pockets. So there we go. This is my take on week, oh goodness me, I already forgot, 45. I need to write these things down. The weeks just run together. Do I want to? Nope. Yeah. So we have pocket here, this little extra pocket here that we added, and then of course the big pocket, which is the whole, in this case, the whole bag. So you could actually put a divider in there if you wanted to, or not a divider, but to put in two different kinds of things in there if you wanted. Oh, the ideas come, and then my brain just takes a little vacation. Let's see, is that going to stick? Man, it's not going to stick. Let's see, what are we going to do about that? Well, where are my clips? Oh, well. Okay, just pretend it's stuck, please. And I'll go back and I'll put some clips on that to hold it, because I didn't hold it down long enough. Sometimes with the paper bag, it does take a little bit more convincing that it wants to stay glued, because it's a little more resistant to glue. So we've got 2 done-ish. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave me a thumbs up. As I always say, I would love for you to make a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. I'm sure you probably have some ideas for stuffed bags that you could share with me, and I would love to hear it. I don't have another question for you today. Okay, here's a weird question for you. Do you have a favorite type of paper bag or cloth bag? I like totes. My husband makes fun of me all the time because everywhere we go, I come home with a new tote. Yes, and I use them all the time. I always like to have something I can put all my stuff in, put up over my shoulder. That way I don't leave things sitting around. So there you go. Question for this time is, do you have a bag type that you like? Paper or fabric or whatever, I guess. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again in the future. And bye-bye for now.